Before we could learn this Mesopotamian civilization, can we learn what is civilization? Yes, the word civilization comes from the Latin word civitas, which means city. A civilization has the following features: people live in towns and cities, trade exists between the two places, written language exists to transfer the knowledge, social economical divisions are there, some groups are more powerful than others, a government exists to maintain law and order, different religious beliefs and art forms exist. These are the features for the civilized people. What the civilized people do? People live in towns and cities. They make towns and cities to live. Next, the trade exists. They have the business between two areas, and the written language is there. They have the written language to read and write, and the social divisions are there, and some groups are more powerful, some groups are more weak, and government exists to maintain the law and order. Government is there to control the people, and different religious beliefs are there. People worship different gods. Okay, these are the features. Now shall we match these features with the Mesopotamian civilization? Yes. First one is people live in towns and cities. Yes, Mesopotamian cities are more powerful, more big. Biggest city in Mesopotamia is Ur. Can you identify the Ur in the map? Near Sumer, Lagash, Nippur, Erech, Eridu. Can you see there? These are the places, the main cities in the Mesopotamian civilization. In this Ur, we are going to learn about Ur, how the Ur city is situated. Yes, it has three parts. The sacred part, first one is the sacred part. In that, tower is there, that is called temple. The temple name is ziggurat. Wherever you see the tower, that is a ziggurat. Okay, can you see the pictures of ziggurat? Yes, this is a picture of ziggurat, temple tower. Next one is office and official places and storehouse places, that all will be there. That is second part. The third part is people live in residential areas. People live in places, houses, that place. So three parts is main part in Ur city. Not only Ur city, all cities are situated like that. First part is temple part, that is ziggurat, tower, like a tower it looks. Second part is office and storehouses. Third part is people live in the residential areas. That is about Ur city. Okay, next social classes. What are the people, how the people are there, and what are the divisions among them, who is inferior, who is superior. Yes, always the king will be the superior everywhere. The king is the most powerful man in Mesopotamian civilization. Next comes the priest, the scribes, and they all will come. Next to king, the priest will come. Next to him, farmers, artisans, and even business people, trade people, they will come. Yes, next to them, the later social ladder, the last one is slaves. Slaves were there in Mesopotamian civilization. Some are slaves. Yes, they worship God. They worship different God. First of all, they worship in the religion, they worship all kind of nature, forces of nature. Even they have mentioned one god in this picture. Can you see the picture? People believe the Marduk, the Babylonian god, created in the world after defeating the monster. They have their own gods. Even they worship the forces of nature. And the family setup, how the family, always, who is the head is in our family? Our father. Yes, like that only in their families also, father is the head, and mother, and the children. Only boys can go to school or to learn anything. Girls will stay at home and do some work. Most of the places, even now also, we have that practice in our places, isn't it? Yes, that is their family. Now what all we learnt? We learnt about Mesopotamian cities. We learnt about social classes of Mesopotamia. We learnt about the family setup. We learnt about the religion. In the religion, we must know they believe life after death. People believe life after death. That is, they believe that after the death, sometimes the people who died, they'll get up and use their things. That's why they put all their what all they used things, they put inside, especially in a coffin box or in a graveyard. They keep their dresses, maybe their sandals, maybe what they use, their ornaments, everything they'll keep inside. When they get up, they'll use. They believe like that. So you must know they worship the forces of nature, and they have many gods, and they believe life after death. In the occupation, next comes occupation, trade. What all the occupation they made? Most of the peoples were farmers. They grew wheat, barley, corn, dates, fruits and vegetables. Improved methods of irrigation led to an increase of crop production. Yes, they are mostly farmers, because I told you already, they live nearby rivers, so they grow more crops. And even they have craftsmen. There were metal workers such as blacksmith, goldsmith and potters, weavers, sculptors, even glass makers also they have. Now come to trade. They had a trade between Indus Valley people. In Indus Valley places, many of the Mesopotamian seals were found. Likewise same in Mesopotamian places, many Indus Valley civilization seals were found. So that's why people say they had the trade between this, some countries. Okay, major achievements, what all they achieved. Stone was not easily available in that place, children. They have to make baked bricks. They will make bricks to bake, and they'll build the houses. Okay, so they are building the beautiful houses with arc, dome, column, wallet, everything they'll make with nice beautiful houses. Even they have the first floor, second floor stories houses. In that houses, marbles and tiles, even precious stones also we can see in that houses. Even we can see the drainage system in the ziggurat. That is already I told you, ziggurat is a temple, like a temple. Okay, so now next to the some of the major achievements of them, hanging garden. Yes, hanging garden, a king name called, Babylonian king name called Nebuchadnezzar. He only built that hanging garden. See, can you see the picture? Yes, this is the hanging garden. On the terrace he made garden. Isn't it beautiful? Yes. So this is the ancient wonders of the world. At present it's not exist. It's all ruins. We cannot see them. Okay, all broken things are there only. Now this is a picture of the Babylonian king of Nebuchadnezzar built this hanging garden. Nebuchadnezzar, his name was Nebuchadnezzar. Yes, this is one of the wonders of the ancient world, I told you already. And science, how we count only tens, but they count in 60s. They divided an hour into 60 minutes and a minute into 60 seconds. A year consists of the 12 months of 30 days. In each month, days and nights are divided into 12 hours. Mesopotamians gave the specific name to different stars and planets. They named the stars, they named the planets, and even they could predict the eclipse. And important thing we should know, their writing. Already I told you, the one civilized community will have the correct language to read and write. We come to know the language script name is cuneiform. Cuneiform. Yes, they write left to right. The pen made up of reed or bone. Okay, like a clay table they'll use like paper, and they will write and they'll make it dry, and they'll write in other clay table. That is their way of writing. Okay, I told you the first beginning itself, the literary source. We come to know the hero, the legendary hero of Gilgamesh. Okay, in that book only we come to know that is about the Mesopotamian civilization. Yes, then next to the important interesting thing we come to know, Hammurabi Code of Law. Now we have more laws and books, everything for our police or our law and order. They are using that. That early time itself, a king called Hammurabi, he compiled 282 laws to follow by the people. It prescribed the punishment depending on the severity of the offense. If the situation is very bad, they'll use this punishment, or the circumstances of the offense and the status of the offender. They see the situation and give the punishment. So how many laws are there? 282 laws are there. And when he compiled this, 1792 to 1750 BCE. In the early time, it will all come to backward. It will reduce, not increase like us. Now we are using the increasing ascending order. In early time, it's all descending order. 1792 to 1750 BCE, before Jesus Christ was born, or now we call that before common era. Okay, now the people were not exist, they were not there, their places were not there, only we can see the ruins of the places. Can you see the places broken one? These are the places they lived. We can come to know, these are the archaeological sources, we come to know about them. Okay, yes, this is about the first lesson of Mesopotamian civilization. Shall we revise once again? Yes, people live near the river because they are able to cultivate more crops. The life sufficiently, the water provides, the river provides sufficient water to support their life. They grow more crops, they can transfer. That is the first thing. Next thing, and we learnt about civilization, features of the civilization, how the civilization look like. Yes, people live in towns and cities, language exists and government exists, and different religious beliefs are there, and we come to know different kind of places, that is cities, Ur, Sumer, Lagash, Erech, Eridu. These are the places. In that main city, biggest city, we come to know Ur. Yes, in this this Mesopotamian civilization started in 2500 BC. I told you. From that, this is the first started with the two rivers, that is Euphrates and Tigris. Okay, wherever the civilization starts, it begins with the rivers, near the rivers. Yes. Next, we come to know the archaeological sources and literary sources. Yes. Next, we'll go to Mesopotamian cities. I told you three parts were there. Sacred area consists of tower and temple, it's called ziggurat. Next to that, offices and storehouses. Next to that, walled city with the town where residential areas were there. Next to social classes, king, keep it in your mind, king, priest, high officials, scribes in second thing. Third one, farmers, artisans and traders. Fourth one, slaves. Family, who is the head of the, like our family only. Father is head of the family and children were under them, and boys only will go to school and girls stay at home and study. Okay, religion, they have the worship the natures of the forces of nature, and they worship their own gods. One god name I gave you, Babylonian god Marduk. Yes, and they believed main thing, life after death. They keep their what all they used thing inside the graveyard, and they'll put them in the graveyard, and when they get up they'll use that thing. Occupation, I told you, main occupation farmer, for they are farmers, they grow more crops. Even they had a next trade with the Indus Valley people. And major achievements, I told you, stone was not available, that's why they used baked bricks, and they have beautiful houses with the arc, dome, column, wallet, and they have the houses of the floor house, story house, decorated with marble and precious stones and everything. And then I told you drains were situated nearby the ziggurats. Now important thing, hanging garden of Babylon. Yes, they have the beautiful garden. It's one of the ancient wonders of the world, built by Nebuchadnezzar, Babylonian king, but at present it's not exist. Science, they keep the names for the stars and planets. They count to 60s, and they could predict the eclipses. Okay, script, when the people began to trade, they started to use the script. Important thing we should know in this, Sumerians only found first writing materials. Okay, that credit goes to them, Sumerians, and they found in 5500 BCE before. Okay, cuneiform is the script name. They used to reed and bone to write on the clay tablet, not on the paper or leaves. They use the clay tablet, mud. Then they'll make it dry. Then we'll come to know the king, one who compiled the laws. I told you the government should be there to exist law and order. So that's matching with this, they started to follow the law and order. 282 laws are there. That laws we call Hammurabi's code of law. What we call Hammurabi code of law. Yes. now the people were not there, they all destroyed by weather or any other calamity. Okay, now are you able to understand this all? Okay, shall we learn the new words for this lesson? Yes,